This brief story has a few characters. A 40-year-old man who was born deaf, was never screened at early age, and never received a formal special education but learned his own ways of communication. An illiterate but brave mother and her struggle after her husband passed away when her deaf son was only 6. A wife who is also deaf and struggled through her childhood. A young deaf couple who were worried for their first newborn child whether he would be able to hear and speak or not. And two lovely children, Shayan and Shahzeb, who learned to communicate with their deaf parents. This is the story of hidden disability, deafness and hearing impairment. This is the story of screening, rehabilitation, and communication. This is the story of social inclusion. This is the story of Amir Reis.
दो ढाई साल असां तो असें पता ना लगा कि बोलना 2 साल सी बाद हूँ तो हर गल ना पता लगी देना उस वेले ना सब पता लगना 2 साल सी बाद इसने पता लगा ये गूंगा है
उस तो बाद तुसां केह् दस्सना शुरू कीता कि
उसके बाद फिर असें इसने वो टेस्ट कराया इलाज इसने वो मूसे अस्पताल च उन्होंने आखिया सुनाई वाली रात जेह्ड़ी है इसकी कोई नहीं.
As his mother described, she realized after 2.5 years of his birth that he has some problem with his hearing. But after investigations, doctor told her that he would never be able to hear for the rest of his life. She took him to the school, but furious Amir never got adjusted in the environment that was not ready to accept a deaf child. He never went back to school. During the first phase of his life as a child, he realized that he is different from other children and even from his siblings. Seeing children around him playing, laughing, shouting, chatting, and going to school made him more and more lonely and confined. Even as a young adult with no formal education, no friends, only his mother to console him, he was disappointed with his future. He came across a screening team and was referred for a sign language training, but he had already developed his own sign language according to his needs. With a little more training and combined with his informal sign language, it became easier for him to convey his message. He was offered an administrative job. And today, he is a caring husband, a confident father, working, earning, communicating with sign language, both formal and informal. He has friends and he is happy to be part of the society. There are many others like Amir whose hearing loss is unaddressed, and they are waiting out there for us for what we should do, what we can do, and what we must do for them.